Hello, welcome to another edition of OCPS Distance Assistance 101. We're happy that you're here, and we're here to answer your questions today about AP courses and AP exams. And with us is Senior Administrator for Advanced Studies, Rebecca Hunt. Thanks, Rebecca, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. So AP testing is going to look really different this year, right?
Yeah, AP testing this year is going to be taken at home, and it's going to be online. The exams will be 45 minutes each. There'll be free response questions. The exams are scheduled to take place May 11th to the 22nd, with makeup testing happening June 1st through 5th. The exams will focus on content that teachers have already covered prior to March, so there's no need to worry that your student hasn't received that content. Like many college level exams, this year's AP exams will be open book and an open note. And also, we'll discuss a little later on about the integrity of the exams as well. And then registration for AP exams at this point is also closed.
So if they're in an AP class, they've already been registered, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So a lot of parents are also asking why can't my student just test on the makeup testing days?
So College Board knows, and also many school districts, that at-home testing can come with definitely some distractions and possible technical issues. And we strongly encourage students to test on the May testing dates in case an issue arises and they need to test on the June makeup dates. That way they have an additional opportunity to earn college credit.
So keep your backup as a backup, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, good. Good to know. What happens if somebody does lose internet access after they've started the test, but before they've finished it? What do you do?
So all students are encouraged to take the exam on those primary test dates, but if for some reason your child encounters technical issues or they become ill, they will automatically be eligible to take that makeup test. And we ask that you contact your school's AP coordinator for any issues regarding those dates.
Okay, and if anybody out there doesn't know who the AP coordinator is at your school, just go ahead and call the school or email the school and ask, and they'll let you know. Really important question, especially for our high schoolers who may be getting up late these days. How early before the test start time should they sign in and be ready to go?
So students will need to be logged in at least 30 minutes prior to testing, and that's to ensure that they are set up, they're able to access the platform, and that way if something does go wrong, we can kind of troubleshoot it at the beginning. And there's no need to worry the student will not be able to test. Remember, we have those makeup tests in June that students can participate in if something does go wrong that can't be corrected.
Okay. Great. How should testing work in my home if I have more than one student and they both need to take AP tests?
So there is nothing that prevents students with homes with multiple children from testing and taking an AP exam at the same time. So it's just important to find a quiet space for students to test. So for example, one student could be testing in a bedroom at a desk. One student could be testing in the kitchen. You just really want to make sure that you provided them with those separate spaces to test in so they feel comfortable to take the exam.
Okay. And what is the setup that's going to be best for taking an exam like that in the home?
So you just want to make sure that your household internet usage is low. So no one's playing Nintendo Switch at that time, maybe a younger brother or sister. Students have a scratched piece of paper, their notes available, maybe a glass of water, and like I said, a quiet space. Often the lighting in the room is important. So you just want to make sure that it meets your students' needs to ensure that they're as comfortable as they would be taking the exam at school.
Great, Rebecca. So how can students be preparing for the exams while they're studying at home?
Yeah, so we recommend that students reach out to their AP teachers for any review sessions or materials that they're offering. Also, College Board is offering free live AP review lessons that are delivered by expert AP teachers from across the country. These live sessions are also mobile friendly, so they're designed to be used alongside work that may be given by the schools. And also, College Board is offering optional student practice sections in AP Classroom. It includes the most relevant free response questions to help students practice the concepts and skills that they're going to be tested on in May. And just again, students can also talk to their teachers about skills and knowledge that they need to focus on.
Yep, that's always the case, right? With everything. Yep. Okay, and what about scores? Are they going to be reported in the same way that they have in years past? How does that work?
Yeah, so just how scores have been reported in past years, students will be scored either a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on their exams. There'll be no change in score reporting.
Okay. How is security going to be working for the test this year for kids taking them from home? How is College Board going to handle that? Do you know?
Yeah, so that's an excellent question. College Board is implementing a variety of techniques to ensure that students are prevented from cheating on exams. As we approach test day, our AP coordinators and teachers will be working with students to ensure they have the tools they need to test and that they are within the College Board exam security specifications. And we'll also be updating our social media pages and our Advanced Studies COVID-19 updates page with additional updates as we receive them. And also, like many college level exams, the exams will be open book and open note. And the exam format and questions are being designed specifically for at-home administration. So points will not be entered for content that can be found in textbooks or online. Students taking the exams may not consult with any other individuals during the testing period, and College Board will be taking the necessary steps to protect the integrity of each exam administration. And also, we're confident that the vast majority of OCPS AP students will follow the rules for taking the exams. And if there are students who may try to gain an unfair advantage, the College Board has developed a comprehensive and strict set of protocols in place to prevent and detect cheating. The majority of these practices are confidential to maximize the security efforts, but additional information can be found on the College Board website. And also for test takers, they should understand that those attempting to gain an unfair advantage will either be blocked from testing or their AP scores will be canceled. And their high school will be notified, as will colleges or other organizations to which the student has already sent any College Board scores. And that includes SAT scores on the SAT test or the subject test. And they may be prohibited from taking future advanced placement exams and also CLEP assessments.
Wow, those are some really serious ramifications. So not that it's ever a good idea, but it's definitely not something that there's going to be a lax system in place this year, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've talked about exams, we've talked about the security and all of that, but there are some exams that are a little bit different, the art ones. What is a student supposed to do if they're registered to take the art exams?
So for AP Art exams, students are often asked to upload evidences. There have been accommodations made for the amount of evidences students need to upload, and you can find that information on the College Board website and also on the Advanced Studies webpage on the OCPS websites. We're also working with schools to coordinate access to materials for our students to ensure that they are able to meet the May 26th submission deadline. And for specific questions, you can also reach out to your child's AP coordinator.
Okay, great. Awesome. Rebecca, those are all the questions that I have right now, which we've gathered from parents. So I appreciate your time. I know that there will be more questions that people might have. So where should they go if they are looking for that? What's the URL website? It's College Board's website, right?
Yeah, so if you go to collegeboard.org, you can select COVID-19 updates and all of those updates for exams. They also have tabs for educators, students, parents, and also a list of frequently asked questions that can be helpful as well.
Perfect. All right. Rebecca, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being here.